Hi, Mimi here. I sure hope this comes out because I just spent an hour trying to figure out the camera. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's refurbished and you can't buy them new anymore. And I don't know what happened to it, and I sure hope I have audio because I've been charging it for 5 days. I still have my hospital bracelet on because Allen's at Home Depot and didn't get to cut it off yet. I want to go cut it off in the kitchen with the scissors. No, I can't because I still got all the band-aids from all the IVs. So obviously I was in the hospital for 5 days. It was murderous. It was no picnic. I was 302'd. 302'd means that the Morrisville cops, the hospital got in touch with the Morrisville cops, and they said to keep me until a judge could hear my trial and decide whether I got out or not. It turned out that I was having a heart attack and had congestive heart failure, which I didn't feel a thing. I didn't know a thing about. I mean, I didn't feel anything. I had a migraine, and Jesse beat the shit out of me, which I made a video about. And Alan got in the middle and held me down so she could whack me even more. Actually, he was trying to stop me from hitting her because I was slapping her across the fucking face. I didn't care. After 10 years of her bullshit, I just got so tired of watching her three brats for 11, 12 hours a day, feeding them breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, having them play in our water in the little pool, using our water. They wanted McDonald's, they wanted Arby's, they wanted every fucking thing because they're spoiled brats. And, of course they didn't get it because I had my own set of rules. And I had to whack Vinny on the ass because he took his elbows and pounded on my keyboard and broke my new keyboard. So thankfully I got my Social Security and I bought another one, but it's still not working right yet. But I'll figure it out. It'll just take time. I'm half asleep because I just got out of the hospital about an hour or so ago after being in for 5 days and having like a barrage of tests. I mean a barrage. What they wound up doing about the heart attack, they had me on heart monitors, they had me on oxygen, they had me on nebulizers, breathing machines. Morrisville police arrested me and had me in a filthy, dirty jail cell for 5 hours. And I had a choice between going to that jail cell for God knows how long or going to Lower Bucks Hospital, which is a rotten, lousy hospital, and I hate it. But I, wanted to get the hell out of there because I could not breathe. I didn't have my asthma or allergy medication with me. I had it with me in my purse, but they confiscated that and wouldn't give it to me. And they threw me on the ground and bruised the hell out of my back and my butt and my arms, and the handcuffs left marks on my arms. I wish I would have had a video camera. Boy, do I wish I would have had it. All that because Jessie, again, like she does all the time, stole my prescription medicine for her and my son Joe. and she had previously told me where she hid them. So I had a key to her house because I had access to her house because I own her fucking house. So I went over there, went in her sock drawer, searched around through the socks out, and found the medicine she stole. There was very little bit of them left. There was a Perk 5, a Perk 10, a Perk 15, and I think 2 Furanol. That was it. And I put them in my purse. And I was so goddamn mad I went down and smashed like 2 sets of dishes that I had bought for her for Christmas. And her mother had Vinny because I had hidden the car and Alan took Alan's cell phone and keys. So he couldn't really go anywhere, and the cops that were here had told him to leave for a few hours. And I'm filing a complaint against those cops because I was standing there just trying to listen to their version of it. And the cops screamed at me, "Get in the other room, sit down, and shut the hell up before I arrest you on the spot." I said, "I didn't say anything. I'm listening. I have a right to listen to what they're saying about me." But Alan was whispering. I couldn't even hear him anyhow. The other cop was quiet and stood by the front door. But he told Alan, because Jack weighs like 95 pounds, he told Alan, "Don't let that dog touch me or come near me or sniff me. I don't want him to come near me." Alan said, "Oh, I don't care." He said that's his job. He has to sniff you. And he let him. And the cop was really pissed. And, he didn't say anything, and I didn't get his name. But he stood at the front door. So, after Jesse beat me up and knocked my head on a hardwood door, and I fell flat down and smashed my head on the floor, I kept slapping her in the face, and all she did was get on the phone to her husband, my son, crying about how crazy I was. Well, that's too fucking bad. I had enough of her shit for 10 years of stealing my medicine. I don't know if I know she's taking it. I know Joe's taking it, the Percocet, and she's taking the Furanol. And I think she's selling them where she works at the restaurant. So I went over there and caused a scene, then went to her house and did what I did. And her mother was watching the 4-year-old because I refused to let Alan, and took his car and everything, so he had no transportation to get there. And she heard me smashing the dishes and called the cops. Well, they came, blocked my car off, and I was in my car to leave peacefully. And I told them, that's my house. I own it. And I do. I said, I bought it for them. But they never pay their goddamn rent. And, they didn't want to hear that. They didn't want to hear that. 4 of them jumped in the car, shut the keys off to my car, took the car, drug me out, threw me on the ground, and put me in handcuffs, bruised my arms, my wrists, my back, and my butt. That's when I wound up in Morrisville jail, and had a choice after 5 or 6 hours of staying in jail there for God knows how long, or going to Bucks County, Lower Bucks County Hospital, or the 302. A 302 means you're ordered by the police for causing a disturbance. Well, they well deserved it, and I didn't care that I did it. But when I got to the hospital, they had told me that I was having a heart attack and had congestive heart failure. So they started working on me like maniacs. And in the long run, after 5 days, it turned out I was not having a heart attack. I had a leaky valve, which I knew about. It was leaking out of the aorta, and it wasn't doing any harm, according to the doctor at Hahnemann 30-some years ago. And congestive heart failure was real, and they had to take care of that for 5 days. I was up. That's why I look so tired. I was up all night and all day because I forgot to show you the needle. It's this big and this fat. And they shot me up with Lasix. Lasix is a water pill. It makes you piss your brains out every 5 minutes. So I couldn't sleep at all. I had one nasty nurse, very nasty. She gave me my night meds. I was supposed to get them at 8. She gave it to me at 11. And I asked her what they were, and she said, "You don't need to know what they are, plus I don't have time to tell you." That's the kind of hospital they are. So I took them and was up all night pissing my brains out. And the next day, too, it just kept going on and on and on for 5 days. And, I had calmed down, like, the first day. And got them to call my psychiatrist. My psychiatrist came in yesterday and talked with me he was really in a hurry. Talked with me for like a few minutes and told him that there was nothing wrong with me. I was okay. And that he's releasing me from the 302. But they wouldn't let me go because of the medical issues. So I had to stay till late this afternoon. And it was just a real fucking nightmare, the whole thing. So I called the realtor that had called me on Sunday, because that's the third house I bought Joey, and he fucked everyone up by taking out big loans that he couldn't pay back to buy and sell drugs. And I'm gonna call him again. I had my cell phone off and my house phone off, because by the time I got home, I went out like a light. I thought I went out for like a day. I was only out for an hour, but it did me good. And told him I wanted to sell the house I own in Marsville. Well, you know, of course, Alan, being the way he is dead against it. He said, "They're a young family, they're just getting their life together. What are you doing this to them for?" I said, "I own the house." He said, "Well, I own half." I said, "Well, I'll take your fucking ass to court to sell it. I have a right to sell my house." And I texted Jesse and Joey and told them, "You better find a place to live, because I'm selling Marsville that I own." Of course, they never got back to me, because Joe had texted me the first day and said, "Go fuck yourself, you crazy bitch. Don't ever come to my house again. You'll never see my kids again," which I expected that. and I don't care right now. And, what else did he say? Oh, some bullshit nonsense. I don't want to make this too long. I'm trying desperately to let you know what happened the last 5 days and without going on for like 15, 20 minutes. So basically that's what happened. Uh, the police towed my car. We had to pay for 5 days of storage and for them towing it. Alan had to get a rental car and pay for that. So it cost us a really good bit of money, and living on Social Security and not having money, it's really hard. You know, he had to borrow the money. Um, I said, look, I'll sell that house and give it to your daughters. I don't care. I don't want it. I'll give the money partially to Janine. I'll keep some and I'll give the rest to Tara and Erica. He said, no, you're not selling it. I said, watch me. I will take your fucking ass to court and I will sell that house. So, at this point in time, because he came and picked me up like at 8:30 this morning when they released me. They didn't actually let me go because I was on blood thinners, I was on Lasix, I had congestive heart failure, my ankles were swollen, I had a whole bunch of fluid around my heart, and they had to get that down or I would die. And finally I got released about 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock this afternoon. So that's it for now. If you have any questions, drop them in the box, and I'll either answer your comments when I have time, because I have like a shitload of comments and emails to go through and surveys, and if there's a lot of comments or questions, I will make another video answering them to specific people. So, love you all. Goodbye. I know I look tired because I am tired. I only got like 2 hours night sleep in the last 5 days. So I'm exhausted and ready to go back to sleep again. But I figured I'll make this quick video, and then the damn camera wouldn't work, and I hope it works now. So love you. Bye. Later. I talked to my friend who's a tuber who totally agreed with me when I told him what happened. He didn't want his name mentioned, so I didn't. And thank you to Davey Axmus, who gave me the courage to finally speak up and get this shit over with. I appreciate you both, and I love you both. And I've known you both for like 8 years. We're good friends. So that's it for now. Bye.